Kari Lake was giving an interview yesterday. She's been fun lately, hasn't she?
She has. She has been awesome.
I'm starting to think maybe it was a good thing she lost because she's really pissing me off. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know about that. Because
that's true. Katie Hobbs is worse.
Yeah, and if she would have won that election, or not had it taken from her, however you want to look at it, then she wouldn't be here now doing this. So those decisions, are made. But she's been the definite nightmare.
Yeah,
no
she's
question.
been on Team Trump, and
that's fine.
That's totally
but don't
fine.
lie about
Don't
things.
lie about people.
Here's what she had to say.
On that face-off between DeSantis, let us not forget that DeSantis also shut the beaches down. DeSantis took a page out of Gavin Newsom's playbook.
This is amazing.
Despite what he says, he shut the beaches down. He did force vaccines. He did force face masks on our kids. So he tries to act like he was perfect. And Florida was...
DeSantis forced vaccines on kids?
He forced vaccines on people, on workers.
No, he didn't.
He forced face masks on children. And he was for all that. DeSantis was for all of that.
What?
So he thinks that we forgot that as well. Now, granted, he didn't continue the misery as long
Was it
as
1 month or a couple weeks on what it was?
It was a little more than that. The beaches were
How
shut
much
down
more
to
than
people.
that?
Right.
So anybody who shuts a beach down, I mean...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
There's a lot there. And so just before we went on
Did we fact check that?
So I looked into the beaches thing because the vaccines and first of all, the masks were the local school districts.
Right. That wasn't.
And he
that
came
wasn't
down on
DeSantis.
them. Yeah. He came down on them.
Yeah.
I'm not even. Maybe this is just my fault, but I'm not even looking into the vaccine thing. Somebody else can look that up because I don't believe that.
Well, he did work with some of the.
I remember
Florida
he helped
companies.
with. I remember
with
a press
Publix
conference he gave in front of a Publix
yes.
where he said, "Hey, come and get your vaccine."
Get your vaccines
but that's
here.
far different than mandating it on workers.
Correct.
So if somebody has some of that, please message me on Twitter right now because I would like to see that. But,
Also, before you make your next point.
Yep.
Let's not forget what Trump did at the same
thank
time.
you.
Oh, you're talking about Operation Warp Speed?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
He saved 100 million
15
lives.
days to flatten the curve that lasted a year and a half or whatever. That was all
Right.
started by Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that Donald Trump is the worst candidate or shouldn't be nominated or I don't know yet.
It's a weakness.
But yes, stop throwing all this stuff on DeSantis when you've got bigger problems with all of that.
Right. It's a weakness, and Team
is.
Trump with Kari Lake
Can't take
have to go after DeSantis on that. That's understandable. Okay, so here's what I did. I found an executive order from DeSantis on March 17th, 2020, and here's a line from it. It says, the governor is directing parties accessing public beaches in the state of Florida to follow the Center for Disease Control and Prevention guidance by limiting their gatherings to no more than 10 persons. All right, so that was March 17th. DeSantis went along with the no more than 10.
Okay, and we were in to flatten the curve then.
Right. Okay.
We were all willing to step back there at that time.
Okay, this is a Politico story from March 19th, 2020, where the Senate says the Republican governor has refused to give a statewide order to close coasts, even as Democrats and CNN sound the alarm. Okay, so now we go to March 20th, 2020. So now we're a day later than this. He did call on Friday an executive order Ron DeSantis signed calling for strict closures of beaches and businesses in Broward and Palm Beach counties. Okay. The restrictions are much broader than what he has ordered statewide so far. So now he's gone in 3 days from gatherings of 10 to Broward and Palm Beach. We are closing the beaches, okay? Mm-hmm. And this expired on March 31st. I don't think it was renewed. I'm not positive on that. So yes, 2 counties, beaches closed for 12 days here. That's a fact. The vaccine stuff, not a chance. I mean, again, prove me wrong, because that's a sticking point with me. And the mask thing, he was always pushing back on the local school districts on that. But don't get up there and lie, especially when you absolutely loved the man for his policies, Kari Lake, not long ago. You gotta see this clip of her at Turning Point.
Okay.
He's right up there right now, and his name is Governor Ron DeSantis.
My gosh. What?
I don't know if he's looking down here, but he's up there in that room, and we appreciated him.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit. I just got to spend time with him. Love the guy. Fantastic. He is gutsy.
He's gutsy.
The guy has bigger... Okay.
Oh, boy.
Wait, let me think about how I want to word this. My staff always says, whatever you do, do not say balls. So I'm not going to say it. That guy has a backbone made of steel.
Huh. Really? What about the beaches, Puddin'? What about the beaches?
Yeah.
And the children
I'll tell you what he's
force
got.
masks
I don't know
on.
if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means?
Oh. Yeah, that's not backbone.
Ask your kids about it later. I call it big DeSantis energy.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. Right? Yeah, right.
Right.
Except for the beaches.
He's got the same kind of BDE that President Trump has. And frankly, he has the same kind of BDE that we want all of our elected leaders to have.
Huh.
She's just
I can just see it right now. All the middle-aged ladies, such as myself, are on Google going, what does BDE mean? For the moms out there, I'm really sorry that I threw that out.
Are you?
So, you see, Governor DeSantis took that Trump strength and that Trump energy, and he brought it to his home state during COVID.
Wow.
And he showed America what it means to have a governor who is a fighter, who will defend our freedom and not sell us out.
Incredible.
Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for that.
How are you not embarrassed by your latest rhetoric? How's that possible?
These people are shameless. They don't care about facts. Left and right don't care about facts. They care about their guy.
And when was that? That was during her campaign?
No, that was, I don't know when that was. I think it was like a year ago at the Turning Point event.
A year ago? Well, how old were you a year ago? Why are you bringing ancient history to me, Keith?
Holy Smoke 1776 says, I lived in Florida during COVID. DeSantis definitely did shut down all the beaches and parks for months. Okay. I wasn't sure, but does not remember anything about forcing vaccines. And I mean, we can see. Oh, yeah, that wasn't mentioned here. I'm just.
If he did, Florida opened up before anybody. I do remember that. If it was shut down and everybody made that mistake at the beginning, including Donald Trump, by the way.
Yeah.
So everybody had the same problem. We were all freaked out, and everybody did shutdowns in the beginning. How long did they last? It seems to me that Florida reopened, and he stopped playing that game sooner than anybody else in the country.
Except for maybe, I think, Georgia, right?
Except maybe Georgia. Yeah,
and
Kemp. And Trump was pissed at Kemp and still is to this day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's incredible. We did,
August 2022.
We need to give her a couple of Patnocchios at least, right?
August.
Well, how many?
How many Patnocchios do you think she deserves for that?
So it was
because part of it is true.
What is it, 0 to 5?
0 to 4, and then 4 on 5, which is 5.
Okay, well then 4. She gets 4.
Wow.
Although he did shut down beaches.
Yeah.
Is it 4 worthy?
Yeah. And if you show me that he forced masks, then it's 3. If he forced vaccines, then it's 2. But I mean, be honest with yourself.
4 Patnocchios.
This is a good point from Hogasm. That clip was when she thought DeSantis was going to be the nominee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
hey, look
amazing.
at me. Pick me for VP.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing for her. Shut up.
Plus,
it's embarrassing.
Plus, it is well over a year ago.
Yeah, right. And again, I was 4 years old.
Well over a year ago?
Right,
4.
August.
Yeah, we're way beyond
August
that now.
20,
We're into September of 2023. Keith, where have you been?
Year and 3 weeks. Well beyond a year. And stop sending the tweets about this is nitpicking. Micah 6'8", come on now. This is nitpicking.
No, it isn't.
Again, no, it's absolutely not. And we're supposed to focus on the left. Look, I can focus on, when you have principle, you can focus on the left and the right with your criticism. Stop it.
When they focus on the left, then we won't have anything to gripe about.
Thank you.
When Kari Lake focuses on the left, which is where that vitriol should be directed, then we won't have to talk about it.
So now I've got...
I mean, rarely have we spoken of Kari Lake.
Right.
Especially since that Arizona campaign was over.
So Cooked Goose in Florida tweets, actually, it was local authorities who shut the beaches. DeSantis overrode the local authorities. I mean, we saw the executive order was at least 12 days. Then maybe it got rescinded. I just don't know.
That's some of the issues that we had even here in Texas, that the locals, would override what Governor Abbott would say, and they would say, no, we have more power than him. We can shut you down.
And that's when the states had to catch up with the local BS and make, at least in Texas, and I know in Florida as well, had to then do a statewide thing to say, all right, you're not going to do this again. We're not going to allow the locals to have this kind of authority. They had to catch up whenever their legislatures met, or the governors got around to overriding it with their own executive orders, etc. Oh my gosh, don't rewrite history, please.